Hello, VOD viewers. I just remembered to start up the VOD for the second part here. Fantastic. I need to get better about that. I definitely do. But the only thing you missed was we built a synaptic node and hit the reinforced fleet button once. So there you go. Fantastic. We do need to get this war over. The question is, when are they going to be willing to?
Technology conceived.
That would be nice. This naval cap finishes up here, and we could go for more naval cap. We definitely could. So that means that we can bring this up to... Actually, we can almost max out our fleets at this point. Something kind of like this. Yeah, that could almost work. We would need 12,000 alloys to get that maxed out, but honestly, that's not too bad. We can get started on it, and yeah, I really do think that Paradox maybe needs to look at what the AI is actually doing in these wars, because I'm confused. This is not how you do this. It's very strange. No doubt about that.
Technology conceived.
Well, this isn't our war. We're not too concerned about it. We could get mega cannons, but I think that mining station output is still better for us right now. Our economy is still kind of our weak point, and I would very much like to do something about that. I do want to get Gauss cannons installed, so we'll do exactly that on the Defender of Bow class, and on the Protector of the River class. That doesn't have enough power. Right. So we're going to need a reactor booster here. That's not a big deal. And then the Pride here, we could definitely do as well. That's also going to require a reactor booster for the time being. And the Corvettes. We could swap the Corvettes, in theory, over to being a picket ship. And that might not be the worst idea here. Run the flak batteries for the higher tracking, and then run a gamma laser and a Gauss cannon, kind of like that, and then have afterburners on them for the evasion, and from there, for defenses, just plasteel armor to not drop our evasion, like this. That could work. Okay, so at this point, we would need to upgrade these, and that would cost quite a lot, but that's fine. We can get that started, and also get this started. That'll take some time, but let's get that underway. It'll only take us about 4 months to get the actual parts that we need for that, so it should be okay. Or rather, the actual alloys. Assuming that they don't decide to attack between now and then, which is... I don't know how likely that really is. Once again, they're just sitting above Dwumgar Prime. They did invade it. They never invaded Pulkor. I don't know. I don't know what to say. We can't get any more war exhaustion for our side at this point. All we can do is work up the war score for their side. Of course, it's also only about 3 months. No, that's not right. It's more like 5 months. 6 months? No. I can't math. It's like 4 months. Until the forced peace is possible. So that's okay. Not too concerned about that. 4 months is fine. This Agro World, we can upgrade our Hive Nexus, and we'll see if they actually get around to enforcing the peace. We want them to. They should not get any territory from us, is my understanding of what's going to happen here, and I believe we will get our freedom. So hopefully that's what ends up happening. These upgrades are underway, and we should see our power numbers go up relatively dramatically as we finish that up, and as we get all of these additional ships built. Now it's going to be 96 months until we have our naval cap up. That's not the biggest of deals, because we're only going to be very slightly over our naval cap. Security contractors is reducing it a little bit. Where do we have security contractors? What is that from? That's interesting. I'm not seeing it in the modifiers. Anybody know where security contractors comes from in the naval capacity? I don't know where that malice is. It might be like a policy or something? I don't know. Or maybe it's something that our overlord has... Hang on. Let me check something. In here? That's an overlord garrison. So no. It's not there. I don't know where that security contractor's malice is coming from. That's strange to me. Huh. Well, I attempted to reinforce all, but we didn't have enough. Maybe now we do? No. Do we have all of our corvettes queued, maybe? I don't think we do. I think it's just trying to queue up a battleship right now. Well, that's fine. Once we get all of this put together, honestly, these fleets are going to be very strong in comparison to what they have here. And we'll likely be able to fight that. At least go even-ish with it. There's all this up here, of course, that we can't really touch, but that's neither here nor there. Forced peace is now possible, and the AI just doesn't seem interested. They don't seem to care. I do feel like that's something Paradox should look at. Because this is a little absurd at this point. This war's been going on for like 25 years, and they're just doing nothing. I mean, it does give us time to build up our populations, particularly on Syraclis, which is important. Don't get me wrong. That is very nice. But it's strange. Very strange behavior. I don't really know what to make of that. These upgrades are going to be done soon. And we should think about upgrading our starholds eventually as well. They're not very good. No doubt about that. But we have bigger needs right now for our alloys. So those upgrades are now done. Which puts us at about 14,500 for fleet power, we'll call it. Well, this upgrade isn't fully done. Hey, there's some research speed. Always good. I think we'll go with... All of these are kind of crappy. We're going to get some increased encryption, more as a reroll than anything else. Only plus 38, huh? Yikes. That's not a big boost, but then again, we also dropped our curators. We should maybe think about getting the curators back. Absolutely tanking the price of food. And then something like this. And let's go talk to the curators. Hey, curators, how much do you want? 5,000 now. That price has come up, but that's to be expected. Let's go ahead and do that and purchase the service. There we go. Delicious, delicious research. So at 1.2k, we definitely have enough to reinforce something. That would be a battleship. Okay, so we need a total of 6 battleships. We have 3. So our battleships are going to be fairly expensive here. I do want to get this Forge World building an industrial district. That's always good. And our Hive capital here, we should probably upgrade research complexes. There we go. Get that research powered up a little bit. 27 population on this world now. That is coming up, but it's not quite as fast as I'd hoped. We are going to get another 2 population very, very soon. So that is great. We want those sweet, sweet catalytic technicians. That is very important. We're making 117 alloys per month now. That is a solid increase, but we've got more work to do on that front, for sure. So this looks fine. This fleet, in terms of its total strength, is... I wish it had a projection of what it was going to be. I think it does somewhere. I think I've seen that before. Yeah, that's just a military power description there. Oh, there's apparently a ship here that needs an upgrade. We'll get that going. Cool. This agro world could use a capital upgrade. That is absolutely something that we want to do immediately. And so we shall. Our Overlord's War is only mildly annoying. Eventually they'll be done. Eventually. Wonder what they'd do if we struck out and started taking back some of this territory. Would they send the whole force? I kind of want to find out. Would they react at all? We'll see. So far, nothing. Okay. We're going to be jumping soon. There's our mining station output. That's always nice. And from here, we can definitely... I think we're going to go for the Corvette hull points here. We have a lot of Corvettes. It's nice and cheap. We can get that done in a year. Sounds good. We're going to be jumping momentarily. We are jumping now. Deviant interference on first plate. That's very rude. We already dealt with some of that, but, ooh, 3,600 days. That's a long time. I still don't want to deploy hunter-killer drones. Okay, so we're attacking up over there right now. No movement. We took it back. Still no reaction. Interesting. We're going to do something like this.
Technology conceived.
That's not actually getting anything there, but that's okay. Encryption +2, always good. We're going to go for, I think, advanced combat rules here, or gravitic sensors. Gravitic sensors is the way to go. So we're going to take this back. That will get us these 2 alloys per month, which is a big deal. Actually, it's only 1. 1.4. That's fine. Probably due to a tech differential. What is their tech compared to ours anyway? Equivalent. Okay. Sounds good. So we're going to head on in over here. I do want to be working on reinforcing this fleet. So we're going to get that 3rd battleship in there. Fantastic. Just as soon as we can. They're still not moving. These guys came in through the hyper relay. We're hitting Korok. We can grab ourselves Supremacy here to increase our fleet command limit. I don't think that's useful for us since our naval cap is our limiting factor right now. But we can take the Great Game, and that'll be great. And ultimately, we'll get 20 naval cap and 20% army damage from getting that Supremacy done. Okay, they're moving in forces over here. Surely they're going to attack soon, right? I don't know if they're going to attack soon. Well, we'll keep an eye on it. Oh, can hire these guys as mercs. I don't think we need to. Although it's not necessarily the worst concept to do so. Was that these guys up here? How much would they want? That doesn't seem that bad. We can probably raise that. Or close to it. So that's 3K there. 4.7K. This is 5.3K. 5.6K. So we could almost hire these guys. But honestly, I think this would probably be good enough. But I'm not sure we want to do that right now. We'll hold off on that for the moment. These guys are just chilling. That's all they're doing. Okay, we're going to jump over here and continue to reinforce this fleet if we can. We can't afford to at the moment. I really wish that the AI would just end this war. Like, there's literally nothing left of our Overlord for them to occupy. But they just won't end it. They have all of this, they have this, they have this. There's nothing else. I don't know. It's very strange. So Battleship comes up over here and joins this fleet. Cool. 1.2K for the Battleship. Not bad. Not bad at all. I'd like to get higher level shields and higher level armor. That would be very good to have.
We sense hostile swarm.
They're just chilling here. Yeah, I really wish they'd make it so that the AI would actually end this stuff. Make this just be done. I do want to come up here and research these debris up here. So we're going to head up there. We may as well. There's quite a lot of debris there, and that can get us some tech. So sounds good to me. We'll do that, and for now, our alloys are doing okay. We've got about 10% of what we need to get everything fully rebuilt. Or at least we will once our month tick happens. So that's great. Absolutely great there. There's the month tick, and there we go. There's another cruiser being built. Wait. They are leaving. Now that's interesting. That's very interesting. They're coming to attack this. Uh-huh.
Technology conceived.
Well, in that case, we're going to go up over here. This Corvette finishes up, or rather, our Corvette hull points finish up. This is not really ideal here, but we'll take advanced afterburners, I guess. Now, I hope that we can get this research done before they get here. We'll see. We're going to get some of it done, I think. Maybe not all of it. I'm shocked that they took their entire force over. That's wild. But we can exploit that. For sure. They're very slow to react as well. So we're about halfway done with our first set. And what is this? Pretty good, actually. That is pretty good. So we're going to attack over here. I'm also going to attack back here. And then we're going to return home. So this army is going to want to invade here, but we are almost certainly not going to have time to do so. We need to recruit the armies up, and we'll see where they end up going from here. Okay.
We have assimilated knowledge.
So there's one finished, and the other. Now we're almost certainly going to have to leave before we get the other one done. I think. They're moving very slowly.
Technology conceived.
Okay, so there's gravitic sensors done. We're going to use that tech that we just found to work on antimatter reactors. Fantastic. They're splitting up. Okay, we're just going to head back. And we're going to continue to reinforce this fleet here. Them splitting up is a major mistake. These guys are chilling here. After we're done with this, we're going to run back to Buffet.
The others speak.
They want to establish an embassy. Sure, you can make a restaurant. That's fine. This is going to finish in about 30 days here. I don't think they get here in time. I really don't. Hey, Dimitri H. Thank you for becoming a channel member. That is absolutely appreciated. Welcome to being a peer of the realm. So we're going to get this research done here very, very soon. And they don't make it in time. We get a lot of science out of this. We don't care about the outcome of this war, but that's absolutely fine. Actually, let me go ahead and add you to the list for the end scroll real quick. I almost forgot to do that, but Dimitri H. Okay, cool. So yeah, thank you very much. That is very, very appreciated. And we did get all of that tech. And at this point, they are split up hard. We're going to take these two fleets, and we're going to position them right up over here. Now, I'm not sure where exactly they're going to go after they get this. Are they going to immediately turn around and leave, or are they going to park here? If they park here, this is perfect. These guys are just sitting here. I mean, out of context, it might not sound all that great. You hopped into the stream and read that message that Uncumbersome sent. Yeah, I mean, I could see that, but I'll be honest, in context, it's not tremendously better. Fantastic. We are negative in our energy credits, and that's not shocking in the slightest. We're going to put in a hive district over here, though, and this Forge World, we are going to put in an industrial district. We're on our way up to fight these guys. Hello, Dark. And we are going to need to turn on our edicts. So focusing crystals, volatile reactive armor, volatile ammunition, and exotic gases for shield boost. We are on our way.
We sense a hostile swarm.
Cool. So we're going to hit them here, and we'll see if these guys end up doing anything. It looks like they're coming back to Dwumgar. That's fine.
We sense a hostile swarm.
So we're going to fight these guys here, and this should play out in our favor. Last time it didn't, but this time should go even better. We did quite well last time, but not well enough. But this time we're absolutely wrecking them. This is great. We want to work up their war exhaustion here. Eventually, they have to decide to end the war, right? That's the idea here. We're going to go back and repair both of these and continue to reinforce. And, of course, the next thing that we're going to do, cybernetics, that is disconcerting. The next thing that we're going to do, of course, is we're going to take, not our transport fleet, we're going to take our science ships up here, and we are going to research those projects again. So they're knocked out of here. Wait, are they full on leaving? No, they're sitting here. That's interesting. Well, we bumped them up to 93%. So that's something anyway. It's helpful. Oh, we need to drop our edicts. That would help. We do not want our edicts on right now. Cool. There we go. And now we're going to go get ourselves some more science. Regenerative hull tissue and Ripper autocannons, huh? And another thing as well, with some decent things there. Nice. Okay, now they're sitting in Dwumgar. Do they decide to attack? If they do, it's fine. All we want is them to end this war, right? Like, that's all we need. One of these two sides needs to decide to end. Forced peace is possible at this point. But what happens if neither AI ends the war and we're just stuck here? That's what I'm wondering. That's going to be interesting. Very interesting indeed. You're going to go watch episode 72 now? Okay, don't forget that the first episode of the Europa portion of the Bizarro Ottomans is going to be premiering half an hour after the stream. So that's, let's see, that would be half an hour before the Cities Skylines video usually comes out. There's a lot of stuff going on right now. So, yeah, keep that in mind. Okay, we're going to get these finished up, and they're sending additional fleets up here, but I think that we can take out those fleets again. We're going to continue to reinforce our fleet here, and that's fine. There's our science coming in. We're going to back off again. Yeah, they're just sending a small token fleet up here. Just a single 4K fleet. Wild. Well, we'll deal with that. We'll get into position right now since we finished repairing, and we'll go up there as soon as they enter. Actually, we can go into any of these systems. So we can go to like Korach or Kalam, maybe. We might be better off going to Kalam. Yeah, let's do it. We're negative on food right now. Let's take a look up here. That's to be expected with how much we're ramping up our alloy production. So we are going to be researching a lot of things here. They did not make their way to Kalam. I'm guessing now they won't. Yeah, they're kind of turning around a bit. But this seems fine. Let's head on over this way and... Ah, they're going to buffet. Okay, I kind of thought they might try this. But they're doing it with their weak force. Are they doing it with these guys as well? No, only their 4K. Wild. I have no explanation for this, but let's head on over. They're not going to be able to take Buffet.
We flee the hostile swarm.
Because we will be attacking here shortly. I want to check in over here. Yeah, as long as these guys aren't moving, we're fine. Our ships come in, and they're out of here. Okay. No problem. We're going to research that project, and these guys are just going to go repair. And we will reinforce. Now their 20K is coming our way. But only the 20K. The rest are heading into the hyper relay. There is a fleet that came out of it. Interesting. We're going to repair here, and this science ship might go away. We'll see.
We flee the hostile swarm.
Yeah. Where are you guys going? Stay here. Stay here, please. We don't want you to flee this. The reason we don't want them to flee, of course, is because we might actually be able to take them. I want to back off ever so slightly here. Not very much. And then we want to turn on all of this to buff ourselves up a bit. It's broadly similar. All of these guys left. It's only the Federation fleet. And this is broadly similar power. There's a station here too that I didn't count when I said it's broadly similar. So this is like 21.2K, 21.4K, and 1K. Now we're not moving very far at all from the station. And the station is going to take that first salvo. And then we head in. Cool. So they're fighting the station as well, although the station doesn't have much for armament. We're going fairly even right now. And now we're winning. Okay. This seems to be pretty free. They have a number of fighters. It's a good thing we switched over to picket ships. Yeah, I think switching to picket ships is carrying the day here. Absolutely. And they're out of here. They are bringing in more reinforcements. We are going to enter orbit here and get what repairs done we can before they get here. It's going to be a lot. Like, here's what I was saying, though. Both sides are at 100%. This war has been going on for, like, 30 years. What happens if neither AI gives up? What happens if neither AI wants out? I have no idea. We can't control this. We have no way out of this war. So, I mean, they're sending in all of these guys, and we have no way to really beat this. Our overlord is dead, but refusing to give up. So, is this like the end of the game because the AI is really weird? I don't know. We obviously lose this fight. Because they finally decided to attack us. So, oh. They wiped our fleets and then immediately declared peace. Okay. Or no, they didn't even wipe our fleets. Our fleets are still here. Okay, well, they at least declared peace. So we're good. We're fine. Are we still a vassal? We are under the Kemplar Galactic Sovereignty, who is still independent. Status quo peace. Wild. Okay, well, that's fine. So at this point, this agri-world, we need to put in an agriculture district, for sure. I'm very happy that that war is over. Now we can finally move on. I'm going to put in a housing district here. I'm going to put in a housing district for the building slot. That'll be fine. And then after that, we need to get our independence. That is very clear. So, we're going to repair our fleets here. And, right, we need to turn off our edicts. There we go. Edicts off. This Forge World needs a job. We can definitely get that done. These repairs will be done soon. I want to get our science ships researching everything in here. We're going to take one of our fleets up to Mufrid, and we're going to take the other fleet over to Exelon. As I said, we didn't lose anything. That war was a complete waste of time. We just needed to burn our way through them and get them to make peace. So that's okay. I'm a little concerned about our food situation. I'm not going to lie. That is definitely concerning. So to that end, we are going to pop open our edicts. At this point, we need both capacity and farming subsidies on. That will put us negative in unity. But for the time being, that's okay. I don't love it, but it'll do for the moment. Cool. So they're out of here. We swore secret fealty to these guys, and I do absolutely want to improve relations with them. So we're going to start working on that. I also wonder, let's see, there's other Federation members like these guys. We'll improve relations with them too. We want to get out of our vassalization, which is what we're doing right now. And then we want to join this Federation so that this doesn't happen again. That's the idea here. So I'm very concerned right now about our energy credit situation. I'm also very concerned about our food situation. Both of those require a lot of work. I feel like our mining is doing reasonably well. I'm going to clear out these tile blockers for the moment, and we'll come back to that. Okay, so there's antimatter reactor done. Good. We can go for 0-point reactors next, or advanced shields, but I'm going to go for 0-point reactors because advanced shields are guaranteed to be there afterwards. Okay. So I feel like we don't really need additional mining structures here so much. I'm clearing off these tile blockers right now because that's reducing our max number of districts. So we can get these 3 agriculture districts done, and I do want to put in a food processing facility here. There we go.
We have assimilated knowledge.
Cool. A bunch of science is going to be coming in from this over here. That's for sure.
Technology conceived.
Okay, plasma throwers are now done. That was something we got just from the special project. Always good. So, we're going to continue to reinforce our fleets. We need about 20k, but that shouldn't be a problem. These guys are pathetic to us, and I want to strike while the iron is hot. So, we're going to wait until we are in position here. And actually, we can move all the way up to, like, Jabba, which we will do. And then these guys, more cybernetics. Okay. These guys are going to position up over here. More debris has been analyzed. Always great. So we're going to break free of the Kemplar galactic sovereignty at this point. This is only a 4K fleet, I realize that, but we will position up over here and we will continue to reinforce it. That is where all of our reinforcements for the moment are going to go. This fleet doesn't need them. I do wish they had made the peace before the big battle, but I guess it does get us a bunch of science, so that's okay. I mean, that is a lot of science that's getting us. So I guess that's completely fine. 134, huh? Do we think we can get away with dropping our farming subsidies? That would be awfully nice if we could. This unification center requires a hive upgrade, and we'll do that. And we'll see if we go negative here. It's probably going to be pretty close, is my guess.
Technology
Ooh,
conceived.
90. Okay. That is more than I was hoping. Well, Corvette hull points. That is a rare tech. It's hard to pass that up. Cool. So we're going to be in position here quite soon. We're making our way up through the hyper relay network now. And I want to be in position right here. We'll continue to reinforce that. That's going to be a battleship that's going to be sent. Okay. This agro world needs a job, and that pretty much has to be a hydroponics farm. So there we go. 2 additional agro-drone jobs there. That is basically the same as an agriculture district, but it produces less. Because it's 1 fewer job. Okay, there's crystal-infused plating, and also... Oh, okay. Sure. There's also disruptors finished up. That's good. Okay. So we're going to be up here very, very quickly. We just need to get to the hyper relay. Boy, are we traveling slow. Okay. I guess that is because of the nebula here, or just sublight speed reduction of 50% here. That's very, very slow. But off we go. We are a little concerned about food, but once some of these things come online, that should help it out. In theory. I would like to clear out the tile blockers here. Just generally. We'll get those started. Because I'm tired of looking at that in the outliner. Okay. So these guys are still pathetic to us. That's very good. So off we go. We are hyper relaying our way up, and we'll be able to go through that hyper relay very quickly, of course. There we go. Cool. So we're almost ready to declare this. Here in 20 more days. I do want to continue to reinforce our fleets, but I want that reinforcement to come up here. And I think it's trying to force me to make a battleship, which is awkward. But it's okay. So, now it's 34 days? Okay. Why are we here? Why? Oh, I suppose I told them to go here. I meant for them to just come straight up over this way. It's fine. We kind of doubled our length there. That makes sense. That makes sense. Okay, so this is not very many ships. That's for sure. But this is only a very small fleet here. We're going to declare this as an independence war. Cool. We don't have any claims, CB. But that's fine. We declare it. In we go. We're going to start moving our transport fleet over. We have 5 here. And we're going to attack the Letherian Vortex. Cool. Yes, the breakfast show their true colors. That is what is happening here, definitely. And we're going to move on in. We have a second battleship being made. And this shouldn't be any particular problem for us. Our food is maybe a bit of an issue, but this food processing facility here will finish up eventually. And for the time being, we can probably swap over to food as our priority job. Yeah, that fleet just gets completely obliterated. No problem there, and this station will too. Fantastic. There we go. And this station should be obliterated already. We'll head up over this direction next. We can get there pretty quickly, actually, because of the hyperspace relay. So that's great. We should probably claim this system. So I'd like to come up over this way. It's kind of easiest to look at them this way. And then make claims. So if we make that claim, that is 150. That's fine. That's 400, and these are all exceptionally expensive because they're so far away. But that's fine. I'm content with just this. If we were to status quo, we would get that system. We may want to try to full annex them. If we were to do that, well, first off, we want to bombard here because they have 204. So we want to bombard there, and if we were to full annex them, the question becomes, how much would that cost? If we claim this, that would cost 400. And then we can't claim out over here, so that's okay. But they will cease to exist. So what we need is a science ship and a construction ship out this way. Apparently we have no way to get there. I kind of disagree, but I think that's because of the Chi aliens here, which is kind of wild that there's Chi aliens here. I guess we can try to first contact them, but I don't really care. They're going to move through here. That's just space amoebas. Yeah, that's fine. Okay, so we are making our way on up, and we are going to continue to reinforce our fleets. We're now exceptionally positive in our food. So this is great. We're very happy about that. I would like to continue to clear our tile blockers out over here. That's just this last position, so we'll get that done. No problem whatsoever there. This agri-world requires a job. Okay, we know exactly what to do with that. There we go. And on the hive capital here, I think we just go for a research complex. That'll be okay. We will be arriving at this hyper relay very, very soon. And then we'll make our way over here. Sounds good? The construction ship and the science ship can now make their way over to Veldoon. Because I'd love to grab this territory over here. That'll be absolutely fantastic if we can manage it. I'm going to actually produce another construction ship as well. There we go. And that'll be sent back down this way to continue building our hyper relays. We do need to get those done. How are we doing on our rare crystals? Pretty well is the answer. We're doing just fine. No problem there. 7 months on our Corvette hull points. That will be a nice passive boost. And how are we doing on this bombardment? It's not particularly great. We are on selective orbital bombardment. We could pop over to indiscriminate, but I think selective is fine for our RP. We'll just let this drop on down a bit. It's at 199 right now, and it'll continue to drop as we make our way in with our army. Which, by the way, I never actually sent our army in. Okay, we'll get there in 256 days. That'll give us time to bombard. That's fine. Okay, so we are hyper relaying our way around here. And we'll punch our way through these stations, in theory, without any real problem. We'll continue to reinforce this fleet. Should be absolutely fine. What else do we have here? Not a lot in terms of jobs. I would like to take over more resources here. Oh, hello. That's the space amoebas. We're ignoring them. We don't care. Although our civilian ships will a bit. I'm going to set them to passive. Let's see here. Passive. There we go. Fantastic. So with them set to passive, they won't care about it now either. That's a battleship that managed to get caught up. Cool. So that battleship will pump up the numbers of this fleet pretty dramatically. And we're just going to need to continue to reinforce here. That will be exceedingly important to get that done. How's this bombardment going? Down to 196? Okay, we've got some time to work on that for sure. We're to bump into Mublar, and we're just going to push all the way through this after that. We're not expecting this to be particularly challenging. But when they cease to exist, these will become unclaimed, and that's why we're sending up our civilian ships. So that'll be fine. Cool. So we're at 164 alloys now. That has improved dramatically, and if we look at our Forge Worlds, we have so much more military expansion to do here. So much. Corvette hull points finish up. We could grab more mining station output, or we could grab destroyer build cost and build speed, and that's what we're going to go with. We're about to get more naval cap. That will be handy.
Technology conceded.
Okay, there's that naval cap. Food from agri-drones would not be bad with how much we're planning on ramping up our alloy production. So that's good. We're now over here, and we're going to be attacking Mublar in just a moment. Yeah, this is a 1K station. We might take a little damage, but I'm not too concerned. Sounds good. 14,500 alloys until this is all done. That's fine. I want to take this other science chip and have it be assisting research at first plate. That is something it should be doing. And this station will fall very quickly. There we go. Next up, Yemek Singularity. Let's go. As far as this goes, we are at 189. That's not particularly good. We are putting in some devastation for sure. But we are being selective with it, and that is by design. That's now a 6K fleet. They don't really have a chance here, obviously. I'm surprised this construction ship hasn't gotten up here yet, but it's very slow to move through this nebula, so that's tough. That's okay. We will deal with that later. Okay, this station will also fall. No problem whatsoever there. Perfect. We'll get a couple more destroyers queued up. And economically, I feel like we're doing amazingly well. I would love to put in a resource processing center here, and that's exactly what we're going to do. That'll get us 2 more catalytic drone jobs, as well as increasing the output on this planet by 15%. Sounds fantastic. So next we're going to hit over here and get that all cleaned up. Then we might have to come back and continue to bombard over here. We're still at 184. So that's a bit spicy. We could probably use a general here. That would help. Oh, we could get one, and these are all literally the same. Okay. Perfect. We are going to want to continue to bombard that for a bit. No, they're going to kick the Maloki committee. Cool. Well, we're going to arrive up over here and take their last location soon. With a status quo peace, we do become independent. With an achieve war goals, they revoke all claims. Wait, we would get Kemsala? Even though we don't have it invaded? Is that what that's saying? Seriously? Huh. Fascinating. So we get Kemjun and Letherian Vortex right now. Now we have claims on both of those. We would not get these because we don't have claims, and that's why we're sending the civilian ships up. Which they should arrive somewhat soon. They're moving incredibly... Oh, they stopped moving. Because we can see this, I guess? Come on, guys. Get up here. Hurry it up. Cool. So there's that all done. We're going to move back over here and help bombard. I think we're going to pull off of selective into indiscriminate. We need to bombard this faster. I'm tired of waiting on this. We have gotten rid of one defensive army, but this is so much faster. Yep. That'll do the trick. We'll continue to reinforce a few destroyers. Now, if we were to claim this system, would these ones get cheaper? I don't believe they would. I think that we just want to get them afterwards. That'll be fine. The science chip should be nearly here. Yep. And the construction ship is nearly started. Man, those nebulas are tough to get through. Okay. Well, that's completely fine. We're going to move our way back around. We do see raiders up here. I'm not too concerned about them right now. Oh, really? They're attacking our science ship? That's rude. Oh, our fleet showed up at exactly the right time. Perfect. Go on through, science ship. You're fine. There we go. Space amoebas eliminated. Let's have the science ship come back and research that, and then come back over this way and research that. Cool. Oh, that's a pirate fleet? That's a pretty rude place for a pirate fleet, but we can just go through the hyper relay. It's not a problem. Should be fine. Yeah, that's that pirate fleet. Not a concern. Completely okay. We'll continue to ramp up our fleets here. And this Forge world needs a job. I would absolutely love to put in a resource processing center. We don't have a hive nexus here yet, so a district is the best we can do. Sounds good.
Technology.
How's our bombardment going here? They're down to 93. Okay, that's doing a lot better. Destroyer build cost and build speed. Yep. I think next we're going to go for Durasteel armor. Fantastic. So we're going to be in position to take all of this, in theory, and these guys are not, because they're not planning for this. The Forge world here needs an additional job. Again, I'd love to get a Hive Nexus here, but we can't do that yet. So put in an industrial district there. That will eat up some of that food. Another Federation member kicked. Huh. Okay, that's interesting. So we should be able to invade this incredibly soon. Where is our army at? It's right here. Okay. Let's go ahead and enter orbit. Yeah. This is fine. We are bombarding. And we're going to switch that over to indiscriminate as well. They don't want to eat us, so we need to force feed ourselves to them. That's how this works. Okay. 70%. Sounds good. We will continue to reinforce our fleet. Just need about another 12,000 alloys. That's really not so bad when we're making almost 200 a month now. I like it. I do want to come over to our capital here and consider upgrading this shipyard as soon as we have enough. We don't right now, but very soon. Okay, we're going to land here. And in we go. They have very little left, and this will be fine. And it's over. Fantastic. That's interesting. Do they have something we don't know about? Oh, we can just achieve war scores auto. Right, that's fine. So I think that's what we want to do. We take that. We are now officially independent. They have unconditionally surrendered to us, which means that we have access to the Letherian Vortex, and we're going to swap that over to be a missile battery, and this is going to be a communications jammer, probably. We are eventually going to be exceeding our starbase cap, but, okay. They disappear. A whole bunch of people have subjugation CBs that they can use against us, because we are now independent. That is not surprising, and we will begin surveying out over this way. We'll head out over here. We already have this pretty much surveyed, but the station is abandoned. Can we claim the stations? I'm not sure. We'll go see if we can claim those stations, or if they just go away. We'll see. For some reason, I thought they'd be destroyed, but that's fine. We do have some angry people on Kemjun. Now that they are, of course, eating properly, they are not the happiest folks on the in the Empire, shall we say. There's a lot of deviancy. No one could have possibly seen that coming. We're going to build a sentinel post here. Okay. Our fleets are moving out, and our army is going to move out as well. Of course, this is all going to be cut off if these guys close their borders to us. They're currently suspicious. We could ask to join their federation, or we could subjugate ourselves to them. That is an option. For now, we are truced, so I'm not too concerned. If we start to see people planning to declare on us, and we don't think that we can do it, that'll be fine. We'll subjugate to these guys, most likely, to these Kemplar. But we'll see. We would like for association status in their federation. We don't really know why that they're suspicious, but we are boosting our relations up, rather. Okay, so that's now surveyed, and we can now build our own starbase. Okay, sounds good. So we'll do exactly that. And in that case, we'll move these guys back to Buffet. Cool. I'm going to take this construction ship up over here to Mufrid. We are going to want a hyper relay there. That will be absolutely fine. We're a bit negative on our energy credits at the moment, but we can probably do something with Kemjun for that. Yeah, we can likely do that. Cool. So what are they mostly upset about? Well, pop approval rating. They don't like their new diet, I guess. We can turn them into a Gaia world, though. And I think we're going to do exactly that. So we're going to start Gaia seeding them. Cool. That will be very expensive once we get there, but that's fine. This agro world here requires a job. We do still have 2 tile blockers to clear out here, and we can clear one of them and build an agriculture district. The agriculture district is the more important thing, to be clear. So we'll go ahead and do that. And there we go. There's our station. We're going to head down over here and get ourselves another couple of stations over this way. We're not too concerned about defending this, but that'll be fine. Food from agrodrones, always nice. And, I mean, we can just clean up some of these really simple techs down over this way, like energy siphon. I'm debating on getting into this game, but it seems quite complicated. It's not as complicated as it seems, if I'm honest. Once you wrap your head around it, it's not that complicated. If you've played something like Europa previously, it's quite simple, in all honesty. But it can be complicated to get into, for sure. It definitely can be. But under most circumstances, you wouldn't be playing on Grand Admiral difficulty, probably, to start off with. So you probably wouldn't have that hard of a time. It should be fine. I recommend it, highly. More tile blocker clearances sound good. This is not... Ooh. Okay. There was a thunder crack, and I just heard... Or rather, I just saw the lights flicker a bit. If the stream dies suddenly, I blame the storm. In theory, it shouldn't. Should be fine. We'll see. Yep, there's definitely some light flickering going on. Okay. Well, if it dies, that's why. We'll see. Hopefully not. I'm a little concerned still about our energy credits. I would like to go to our capital here and upgrade our energy nexus. That would do the trick. At least temporarily. We definitely want to grab Olbers, but we're already working on that, and we're just going to survey all of this. We are over our starbase cap, and that is a bit of a concern. That's probably why we are actually going negative in energy credits, actually, and I don't want to drop in Kemjun. I feel like we don't have any useless stations right now. Grabbing these might get us what we need for an additional starbase cap. We can hope for that. I think that's going to be the plan there. Let's get our hyper relay built in Mufrid. And this starbase is about done. We'll build the mining and research stations and build the starbase out over here. Well, good luck back at work. Hopefully you enjoy your work. That would be a good thing. An embassy was recalled. And the Kemplar rivaled us. Why would you do that when we secretly swore fealty to them? That's wild. They're now hostile to us. We'll see if they start preparing to declare on us. If they do, we'll probably just offer subjugation or wait until they declare if it's a subjugation war and just go for it. But we can't guarantee that it's a subjugation war. So, oh, actually, we need to come out over this way right now and build the starbase here. Hey, thanks for the $6.99 Canadian. That's very much appreciated. Yeah, we need to grab this right now because this construction ship is definitely on its way down here. So we need to grab these and then go back and get all of the resources here. There's more construction ships on the way. The AI is swarming. I like it. So we're going to need to get our ships upgraded and reinforced. That is all something that we need. So we can for sure go for, like, oh, we don't have level 4 armor yet. We do have level 4 fusion reactors. Having spare power isn't necessarily a bad thing. So we can do something like that with the Rusher class. And then for the destroyers, we can go for... yeah, that's all what we can get there. But we don't need the reactor booster now, and we can go for the auxiliary fire control instead. For the cruisers, we can do basically the same thing.
Technology conceived.
There we go. And level 2 sensors, drop that, go for the auxiliary fire control, and also a shield capacitor to boost up our shield strength a little bit. Keep us alive a little bit longer. For the battleships, we are absolutely fine on our power. No problem here. I would love to have stronger defenses. That, I feel like, is our biggest weakness right now. Climate restoration isn't important to us. We can go for habitability, but that's irrelevant. Completely and totally. I guess we can start clearing some of these out as rerolls. That'll be fine. This agri-world requires a job, and at this point, I honestly think we put in a generator district here as well as an energy grid to help out our energy credit situation. Our energy nexus isn't done constructing on our capital yet, but it will be soon. Okay. And on Tiffin Prime, that is going to be finished up in the eventual category. 0-point reactors finish up, but I don't think we really need that yet until advanced shields is done. Once that's done, things will be quite different. For now, we're going to have to do a bunch of upgrades soon, so I'm just going to work on reinforcing our fleets here and getting those maxed out. That's all going into the vanquishing, and honestly, I kind of would have preferred finishing out the blossoming first, but I guess this is fine. I also wouldn't mind getting Buffet upgraded. We could definitely use that. But our alloys are, I think, best spent right now that we're independent, on making ourselves look stronger to people like this. We could rival them back, but I don't think that's necessary. It looks like they're going to grab Mublar first, but we can try to get that. It's not the end of the world if we don't get Mublar. This construction ship is going to the hyper relay. This one is not. This one's going to Mublar. So they get Mublar, and we get Yamik's Singularity. Okay. That's reasonably fine. The Curators want to extend the deal that has expired, and yes, we do want to do that. So we are going to get what we need via selling off some of these. And there we go. Fantastic. I'm really hoping that we get our Starbase cap up here. That would be nice. There are techs for that we could get. Hopefully those will pop up in a reroll. Oh, hey, we're positive in energy credits now that our energy nexus finished. I'm not hugely shocked about that, but that is very nice. They are constructing here, right? They are. Now, I have seen the AI stop and start these before, so we may still want to try to go for it. But we haven't even finished surveying it yet, so we're going to move in here. I highly doubt that we get it. And I don't really care if we don't. They've not restarted this at this time, but like I said, I have seen it happen. So that's okay. I mean, as far as this hyper relay goes, that should be done pretty soon. And once that is done, hey, Artisan Troop, that is Space Parrots. Okay, cool. Once that's done, we're going to move down to Corinth to continue working on our hyper relay network. We haven't surveyed this yet. Still working on it. They're definitely going to get this unless they restart it. I don't know what circumstances causes the AI to do that, but I have seen it happen. We do want to clear off this massive glacier here. That would allow us to get these last two agriculture districts on Pulkor Prime, which would be great. Absolutely wonderful. Yeah, they took it. So that's not shocking. We're going to move back over this way and just grab those research stations. That'll be fine. I do want to continue to get our fleet replenished. We only need about 8,500 alloys now. So that's looking a lot better. It's all going into the vanquishing, which is fine. No real worries there. Subjugation CB, huh? Okay. That's fine. So, we're probably going to want to end up fighting the Kemplar. Unfortunately, they are in that unknown federation. They're hostile to us right now. And they are considered overwhelming. That said, I'm interested to see what that looks like once we finish putting these fleets together. That's going to be very, very interesting. I'm not entirely sure. Oh, deviancy on Kemsala. Who could have seen that coming? It's full of chem, and they're being force-fed us, and they don't like it. So there's lots of deviancy here. We probably want to keep building sentinel posts. Actually, there are 55 undesirables. That's funny that they're... It defaults to them being undesirable. We should probably check our policies. Purging is allowed. Interesting. So what we would need to do then is we need to go into our species and look at the Kemplar and set their rights. So their citizenship would be like slaves. Except that we are the slaves of them. If that makes any sense. Like, we're feeding ourselves to them. Their living standards are basic subsistence. We can't change that. They're exempt from military service. They cannot colonize. They are not allowed to migrate. Their slavery type is livestock. So they are increasing our food supply. We're kind of eating them right now. Interesting. That's kind of the opposite of what we wanted to do, if I'm honest. We can pull a drone out of deviancy sometimes by doing that. That's kind of funny. This is kind of the opposite of what we wanted. So we should probably... We actually... Yeah, we can't change this at this point. I don't know. It's kind of funny. Currently, we are using them as livestock, but we can just kind of say they are... we are livestock for them. That's how this is working right now. Okay, let's go up to Chemjun with our science chip and assist research here, because we do have a number of research labs here. So that'll be fine. Durasteel armor finishes up. We are going to go for neutronium armor next. I do want to get these defenses online and much, much better than what they currently are. So we are going to continue to replenish our ships. This agri-world requires jobs, and at this point, we could continue to push through agriculturally. I feel like there's not a lot of point. And we can pivot this into, well, there's not a lot of point into that either. We could pivot it into industrial districts. And then if we need to, we can always build more hydroponics farms. So that'll be good for our alloy generation. We need a lot of alloys. We have huge alloy requirements right now because we need to replenish our fleets for 8,000 alloys. We need to upgrade our stations for alloys. There's a lot that we need to do. This agri-world wants to clear tile blockers, and we just don't quite have the energy credits right now. We could get it by selling some volatile motes, and we can do that. I also want to come down here and build this hyper relay. That's another thing that we need alloys for. So as soon as this month tick happens, we'll get that underway. There we go.
Conceived.
Amoeba flagella finishing up. Food from jobs, that's exactly what we need. We'll go for it. It's not. It's not exactly what we need. Now that these guys are livestock, yeah, it's... We need a lot more than that. That's for sure. I would still like to clear tile blockers here, and we'll get started on that. We can grab ourselves finishing out supremacy. That would get us more naval cap. Not that we really need it, but admiral level cap is okay. That would also get us an ascension perk. We could go for eternal vigilance. We could also go for... Well, I can't become the crisis yet. We could also potentially go for, like... I don't like Grasp the Void here. I think Eternal Vigilance. We go a bit more defensive. So this station is 2.3k without any real upgrades. 2.4k over here. Yeah, that's not bad. That is not bad at all. Our advanced shields finished up as well, and we want to go for hyper shields. There we go. That is all of our defenses complete as soon as we get those done. So that will help out our fleets in terms of their power dramatically. Incredibly dramatically. We are going to need to upgrade, of course, but for now, I don't think there's much of a point in upgrading to level 4 when we're not at war and we have level 5 underway. So we'll upgrade directly to level 5 once these finish in about 50 months, so like 6 years. Not too bad. Now, there is a Gaia Seeder Phase 2 here, and that is draining our energy credits. I'm going to sell off a bunch of minerals here, and we're going to start working on bringing that over to a Gaia world. This is not very good habitability, and we're going to swap that over. How are we doing on our exotic gases? We are quite low on that, so we are going to need like 300 more of these. We can sell a bunch of food, and then buy in like 200 of them. That'll keep us afloat for the moment, and we can sell a little bit more food. That's like 1,600? Okay. We can just sell off a bunch of food. This is a minimum price at this point. We're not shocked about that. That's fine. And a little bit of 0 as well. Something like that. We should, I think... Oh, we're at +0 exotic gases. That's not great. For this mining world here, do we have any exotic resources we can mine? No. Okay. We're just lacking in housing here, and mining districts are housing negative. I'm going to build the hive district. This food processing facility may get removed later. We'll see once that starts blocking our constructions. Okay. So Gaia Seeders are about 6 months out. And once we get this flipped over to a Gaia world, this should help the stability dramatically. So that'll be good. And all of our livestock will hopefully be a lot happier at that point. Cool. This is an independent realm out here. They're considered superior to us right now. I have a feeling that won't be the case for much longer. We are scaling incredibly hard right now. This hyper relay will be done soon, and we're going to continue to move down this way. Cool. Right now, we need to be projecting strength to the AI. That is the biggest thing. No AI are currently planning to declare war on us, but I think that's mostly because the Templar are truced to us. And they will be truced for another 2 years. Okay. We should bring this... Actually, we should just disband this construction ship. We don't need it. I only wanted it up here for this. So that's fine. The Templar are going to be a problem, but I think we'll be fine. We need alloys more than anything, and that, of course, means we need pop growth. This world is still a very long ways away from being maxed out. We're, just in general, a very long ways away from having our economy fully scaled. But we're doing well on that front, I feel like. I think that this is going absolutely great. Planet production is 83 food. That's kind of hilarious. They're not producing any science right now because we don't have much for drones here. Specifically, we have 4 deviant drones. But those are all Templar. We have 3 menial drones. Okay. Interesting. Yeah, that's all fine. So we're going to continue to reinforce here. We are only needing 5,500 more. That's really not too bad. We need 1 more battleship. We need a bunch of things over here in general. I do want to take a look at these fleets. We could expand the fleet size. It's currently at 90. We are about to go up to, let's see, we're at 184 right now. We can boost it a little bit. So we can take this up to, I think, like 95. Yeah, that's where we can take it. So that's fine. We now need 7,400 alloys, but that's okay. Our jobs are all doing absolutely fine for the moment. Our capital now has 130 jobs on it. So that's good. That drone deviancy, I would really like it if it would go away. That would be nice. Unity of purpose is a thing, I guess. I'm a little concerned about our exotic gases, though. And in order to deal with that, I would like to put in another gas extraction well over here. We'll get that done, and we do need a bunch of jobs here still. So looking at this, we've got brain drones in this. What's giving us brain drones? No, seriously, what is giving us brain drones? What structure? Oh, I know what it is. It is from this feature. This one right here, Central Spire. Brain drone jobs +8. So that's fine. We can pivot this after we're done maxing out all of this extraction. We can pivot this into additional research multiplicatives, I think. Because there's also this dense ruins here. So there's just a lot of research available here. So yeah, that would be the plan after that, in theory. This mining world can get a Hive Nexus. We will absolutely do so. And this Forge world can get a Hive Nexus too. After that Hive Nexus is done, we absolutely put in a resource processing center here. For sure. Cool. So we now need about 6,200 alloys to get our fleets fully replenished. We're building a bunch of corvettes at the moment. Yeah, mostly just corvettes. But that's okay. Our economy is definitely coming online. Once these guys are done with their truce, I have a sneaking suspicion that they are absolutely going to declare war on us. The question is, can they convince their Federation? They're only superior now. Once we get this fully built up, I think that we will be superior to them, especially once we get these researches done. Because our ships are going to be so much more tanky, which is incredibly important. I also wouldn't necessarily mind at this point. I was thinking about dropping the capacity subsidies, but I think we still need them. But I was thinking about swapping over to to research subsidies. But I don't think that's possible at this moment. Sad. Nobody's currently planning on declaring on us. These guys are still considered superior, but once we get fully built up, that should no longer be the case. 5420 to go. And that's absolutely great. We're getting a bunch of cruisers in, and a few corvettes as well. Yeah, so this is going to bring us up to 15 corvettes here. That's great. Our fleets are going to be at least 15k. Of course, we're going to have to upgrade them after this, and we can continue to expand them as well. Once our naval cap comes up a bit anyway. So that'll be fine. Continuing to reinforce those corvettes. Revolt brewing on Kemsala. Okay, so we've not actually dealt with this. This is the new revolt system. Let's take a look at this. Planetary revolt on Kemsala. So it's going to gain 5 progress per month, I think, or per day. The singleton populace of Kemsala refuses to accept the control of our collective consciousness. Now their defiance is becoming ever more brazen, and dissidents are openly organizing a movement towards independence. A show of authority may be necessary if we're to keep control of the colony. They'll have to be dealt with. Okay, so there's a planetary revolt going on here. That's because the deviancy here is full. We're going to move that up to phase 3 Gaius Eaters. And I'd also like to put a few more sentinel posts in here, I feel like. There we go. Okay. There's also a complete lack of amenities here. We should deploy hunter-killer drones as well, which we'll do. This is not something we want to keep here, but for now it's fine. Okay. So how can we actually... Let's see, we can maintain current measures. Ah, we do want to distribute amenities. Okay, so that's in here. We should probably clean some of this up. But we can distribute amenities. We don't need to institute a crackdown, I don't think. I think simply distributing amenities will help a lot. Okay, so that brings it to -6 amenities. Then we can prioritize maintenance drones, which we already are. But we can move some pops from, say, Seraclis over to Kemsala. There we go. They become a maintenance drone there. And each of these is outputting 3.2, so we're going to need another couple of pops. We're going to resettle them from here over to Kemsala. We're going to move 2 Agra drones. There we go. Okay. So we should be positive on the amenities here now, or very close to it. Okay. These guys also went cybernetic. Wow, there's a lot of cybernetics going on. Okay. 100% deviancy here. We're still negative on the amenities, so we still need a little bit more moved over. That surprises me that we need, like, another couple ones moved over. That was just one, but we'll see what that does. I also want to put this into its own sector. So we'll put it into its own... No, I don't want to assign it... I want to put it into its own sector. There we go. And we can assign a leader here, which would be... Yikes. I guess we could recruit this guy. Oh, no, we need to recruit one. What am I doing? Okay. Deviancy -25 would be really good here. So we go ahead and do that. And Kemsala is now at 89% deviancy. And now at 14 stability. Okay. So, I mean, we also need those warrior drone jobs to be at high priority. So we'll do that. And then we will eventually get these additional sentinel posts built. But we're going to need to take this to level 4 Gaius Eater. And this is now at 3.1. An outcome will be reached in 27 months. Okay, so we've got a little bit of time on that. That should be fine. This Gaius Eater will be done soon, and then we'll take that up to the next level. We're currently spending a little bit of exotic gases. We're going to need like plus 50. Selling off a little bit of food, a little bit of rare crystals, and a little bit of volatile motes will easily get us there. Okay, let's hop down over here. No, over here. There we go. And make sure that you are building a hyper relay. Cool. Okay. This forge world needs additional forging, so we'll go ahead and get some forging done. This one, same thing. I would love to put in a resource processing center. Sadly, we cannot. Okay. Let's continue to reinforce our fleets a little bit. We need about 4,000. And this should be fine. 186 now out of 184. Interesting. It's close enough, though. That'll be fine. So, Kamsala is going to be done with its Gaius Eater here in about 60 days. These guys want to set up a restaurant? Sure. You can have one. Excellent. So at this point, what we really need... Yes, our failure to contain that has led to it continuing to grow. Yes, militarist ethics attraction. Sure. Okay, so that deviancy is currently at 89%. We're going to finish up this Gaius Eater. Getting this to a full Alpine world will be a big deal. Or rather, getting this to a Gaia world will be a big deal, because that will reduce our amenities dramatically. I'm a little surprised that they're not willing to move to a warrior drone, even though we are prioritizing that. I'm not sure what's going on with that one. Might have something to do with the deviancy. Okay, so that just went up in habitability, and we now need 1 exotic gas, and we also need a little bit of energy credits. There we go. Get that upgraded as a top prio. Perfect. And then we'll get those sentinel posts built. We could also potentially build like armies over here, and that's not necessarily the worst call. We'll get like 5 assault armies in here. There we go. And they will just land on the planet. That should be fine. But yeah, the stability is very low. If we could get them to actually run the job that I want, that would be nice. Unfortunately, that seems to be trying to cap out the amenities first, or at least get us to positive amenities first. Yeah, 1 more pop should, I think, start populating the warriors. So let's actually move 1 pop over. Why did I move it there? That is a weird place to move it. There we go. It became another maintenance drone. Even though that's definitely not necessary. Interesting. Well, we'll keep an eye on that. We do need to get rid of a station, it looks like. Or something. We need to do something. Maybe set up a food sell order? We'd have to sell about 100 food. I mean, that's doable. That's very doable. We can start exporting food. I like it. Let's go. Okay, so this is going to be a little under 6 months before that Gaius Eater is done. That'll be fine. And we are going to continue to build ourselves some Rusher-class corvettes over here. And we need a few more things too, but that's just the corvettes. So that will actually be the Blossoming Bouquet completely done for the moment. Cool. Anything else that we can do over here? That's a negative, except this does give 2 stability from Synapse drones. We don't currently have any Synapse drones running because our drone population here is very low. Okay. Sounds good. They're pretty unhappy with us, it seems. I can't imagine why. What could we have possibly done to them to make them this upset? Now, I can't think of anything. Everyone wants to be livestock, right? I'm pretty sure. We're going to continue to reinforce our fleets as we can, but it's trying to build a battleship here. Yeah, it's trying to build a battleship. Next month's tick, we should be able to. And then after that, all we need is a few cruisers. So they now have organized resistance here. We're working on it. Really? That's still not enough? How much is our battleships these days? 1230. Is it the lack of exotic gases? It might be. We'll see. We're about to run out of energy credits. We're going to sell off some food here just to stave that off. This agri-world here, I do want to build a couple of generator districts in. So we're going to get that started. We can always pivot off of that later, but for now, I do want to get some energy here. Okay, I want to have these guys. Okay, we got that completed. So that's now a Gaia world. How's that looking? Well, it came up to 100 stability. Okay. Let's prioritize Hunter-Seeker drones too. That would help. That lowered our deviancy dramatically, down to 22%. Cool. We're at -2 in amenities, but that's fine. Okay. 22% deviancy. Cool. We may have to continue piling pops in there. We'll see. This unification center does require a job. Man, more deviant interference on first plate. Very rude. We're going to put in a, if I can find it here, synaptic node. There we go. More Synapse drone jobs. Cool. So, I mean, this deviancy isn't too bad here. It's okay. Not the best, not the worst either. Overall, this is looking reasonably fine. I wouldn't mind moving a few more pops over, actually. There we go. We moved 5. And now this is going the other direction. That is perfect. So if we look at this and look at where those pops went, we now have positive amenities. We are full on Hunter-Seeker drones for right now. And we did get a Warrior drone as well. Cool. That is fantastic. And now the Lavis Collective is looking to declare on us. They are overwhelming to us, currently. That's fair enough. We probably do want to appeal to these guys for protection at this point. Or these guys are stronger. They would not accept the secret fealty. Oh, these guys are a vassal themselves. Under who? These guys. They would not currently accept this. Is Overlord. Because they already have a vassal? Maybe. Okay. That's a guarantee of independence. Sure. We could go over to these guys and propose subjugation. They would not currently accept because in Federation. Okay. There are only 2 ways in. The question is, what do we want to do about it? I mean, if they're going to vassalize us, that would be fine, but they are themselves a vassal. The Saurian League is in a federation, and so wouldn't accept that. You are a vassal. You would not accept because you already have a vassal. Or no, wait a second. I was looking at that wrong. I need to ask to be their subject. Neutral attitude gives minus 1,000 reasons for that. Okay. We're going to improve relations with them for a bit. And in the meantime, we will work on ramping up our defenses over here. Let's see. Yes, actually, this is a really good research agreement for us. We will definitely do that. We're going to upgrade this to a Starhold, and this as well. Those are the only two choke points they can attack us through unless they come all the way around, which is a possibility. I don't know what their relations are with some of these other guys. So that is a possibility there. But we need to get this upgraded as well. It's just the Lavis at this point. So we don't quite get enough from this month's tick to upgrade this Starhold, sadly. I am going to stop working on these. We'll just have them land here for the moment. That'll be fine. These Sentinel posts will finish up eventually. Cool. Let's get Pull Core upgraded. Hopefully. There we go. Oh, we're out of energy credits. That is something we should deal with, for sure. We're going to get those going. We are going to get Synaptic Nodes done there and an energy grid done here. Okay, tech drones are 2 of 3. Sounds good. So that shortage of energy credits will go away fairly soon. This planetary revolt will go away too. So that should be fine. The question is, when are these guys going to go? And what are they going to do? I really wish... Well, actually, we should try to get these guys to like us a bit. Hypothetically, if we were going to just give them some stuff... Out of curiosity, this gift in exchange for a single favor? What if we just gave them a gift of like 1,000 food? What will they think of that? Will that improve their opinion of us? We are trying to improve our relations here, but it's really not going up much. Currently I have neutral plus 7. Okay. So that gave us 7. We need 300. That's rather a lot. I'm not going to lie. Okay. I would like to ask to be these guys' subject. They wouldn't do it because of the hostile attitude. So is there anyone who actually likes us? We should look at that. We'll go into our contacts and we will sort by relation. The Dabax Corporate Alliance. These guys. Right. They are pledging fealty to another empire. So that's not helpful. They are themselves a vassal. Then there's these guys. They're inferior to us. I'd like to find a defense agreement. I think that's what we need at this point. We can't do that over here, presumably because they're in a federation. They're in the unknown federation. So who else could we potentially get that with? What about these guys? They're mostly not okay with it because of the distance. They would have to be at peace to propose subjugation. Okay. What about these guys? They're pledging fealty to another empire. There's a lot of not much that we can work with here. Wow. There's also a lot of hive minds. They're pledging fealty to another empire. Well, we may end up just having to fight the Lavis. They're overwhelming and superior to us, but we are going to get these done fairly soon. We're upgrading our defenses, but I don't know that we're going to get that done in time. We have more cruisers coming out. We'll get another couple going, and then after that, all we need is a battleship. Okay. There's just basically nobody that we can go after at this point to be friends with. These guys are receptive, and they are independent. Receptive attitude minus 1,000. So they wouldn't do it if they were receptive. What about a defensive pact? 85 reasons not to? Okay. Interesting. Let's go ahead and guarantee them. I would like it if they'd guarantee us back, but I doubt they will. So they'll accept that. And then the defensive pact, still minus 83. Okay. They wouldn't accept being our subject, of course, because they are receptive. That's a weird thing to me, but okay. So we're guaranteeing them. They are not guaranteeing us. We definitely want to establish an embassy. We'll go ahead and do so. So they accepted that. Excellent. That should make diplomacy easier. And I would love to form a defensive pact with them. Minus 83 reasons, and we don't know what those reasons are. Okay. Be nice if somebody would guarantee us, but I doubt that's going to end up happening, if I'm honest. These Starhold upgrades are a long ways away still. That's fine. What's the price on alloys these days? That has come down quite a lot. So that's pretty good. We can buy in a few alloys at this point to accelerate our construction, like so. That was just about 6 months worth of alloys, so that would be great. And let's get that last battleship built. Okay. So when are these guys going to declare on us? I don't know. Their tech is superior to ours, but that's probably not that big of a deal right now. Once we get these finished up anyway. We do need to bank alloys for these upgrades, though.
Technology conceived.
Okay, so there's our neutronium armor. I wouldn't mind... Oh, there's so much good here. There's so much good. I feel like Durasteel-laced alloys is the most important thing here. These guys are a big threat to us. No doubt about it. I wouldn't mind attempting to improve relations with them. I doubt it's going to be super helpful. And we can't even propose a secret fealty. Sad. Oh, and they rivaled us. Yeah, not a lot we can do there, I think. The Lavis Collective is going to declare on us. We did run out of energy credits again. I need to do something about that. Okay. All looks good. Okay. Any moment now they will declare. But, well, actually not really any moment. It could be a very long time yet. Sometimes it's years before the AI declares, but sometimes it isn't. So that'll be interesting to find out. I want to wait until our hyper shields are done before we start upgrading. And we really do want to upgrade these stations. Those are still about a year out. That is a very long time away. A very long time indeed. Well, 5 months on the hyper shields, and soon enough we will get that done. 4 months on that now, and that's fine. So looking at these guys out over here, their opinion of us now, they are now cooperative. Well, they've been cooperative. Minus 81. Man. Plus 2 per month. That takes a very long time to get anywhere. So these guys up over here, the Skrek. What's their... What are they thinking right now? Yeah, that's still neutral attitude. So what is their current attitude? It's not changing at all. But I think it actually is. It's like 0.2 per month or something. It's a low amount. That's for sure. We don't actually see any of these guys as fleets, of the Lavis fleets. I wonder if this includes their Overlord. I don't actually know that. This planetary revolt will go away soon. So that's fine. We haven't needed any jobs because we redistributed our populace a while back, so this is reasonably fine for the moment. We're just working on getting all that put back together. And we should have our hyper shields done soon. Wait, we don't actually know? We can't see their contract with their Overlord. We don't know if their Overlord would join this or not. We could support their independence. They are harming our relations? Okay. They want to do this. That's pretty clear. They want to do this. We're going to move out over here and build a hyper relay. That will be necessary later on. And I would absolutely love to get another construction ship here. I feel like that's also necessary. So we'll get that out. And we're going to send that construction ship up here to build hyper relays here so we can respond to this. There's our hyper shields done. And at this point, I think advanced combat roles is the way to go. But we're going to get our ships upgraded here. And we can get our defenses from level 3 to level 5. That's going to be a huge upgrade for us. Our power dropped, but we can bump up to level 5 power as well. Do we have anything else that we can upgrade at this point? No. I believe not. So that's fine for the battleship. That was actually the cruiser. So the battleship is next, and we'll get those upgraded. That is a pretty dramatic cost increase, no doubt about it. Okay, a ship of that design is being built. We should cancel that. Okay. Now we go back into here, save that, and our destroyers will get those upgraded to level 5 as well. Cool. Get all that extra power in there as well. Okay. We're very overpowered right now in terms of how much power we have, but that is a useful thing to have. Advanced afterburners, definitely, and level 5 neutronium armor. We could go for crystal infused plating, in theory. That would be 630 total, and this is actually more. Okay, so we're to go for the neutronium armor. And there we go. 83.7% evasion, looks good. How much is this going to cost to upgrade? Probably a lot. About 2,000. Get it going. And this one will be about 3,000. Get that going too. Cool. So those upgrades will start. That will take time. but that is fine. I do want to get those energy credits dealt with, but we just don't have any available jobs right now, so that's fine. We'll have to wait for a lot of these to finish up and for the populations to grow a bit. 77 open jobs here. Hilarious. We should definitely put a spawning pool in here, actually. Speed that up. We don't have one. So there we go. Cool. That'll be fine. And we're not going to have alloys for a while as we work our way through this backlog. Of course, we're only upgrading 2 at a time because this is a level 1 station here. But we're going to head up over towards Pulkor. Actually, not Pulkor, to Dim. There we go. And that hyper relay is only 5% done. Okay. So these guys are still considered overwhelming to us. But we should be increasing our strength here quite dramatically. I mean, that is going to take some time. There's no doubt about that one. I wouldn't mind selling off a few minerals here and buying in some alloys. They're going to disappear basically immediately, and that's fine. Actually, are we good? I don't think we're good. I think we just need more time for these queues to go. That said, yeah, there it goes. Okay. Well, it is about time to stop the stream for today, and so I think that's what I'm going to do here. These guys are going to declare on us, and the question is when. We'll not see, or rather, we'll see if we want to come back to this game. It's up to you guys, but for right now, we'll put a stop in here. And if we come back to this one, if you guys choose to, we will see about fighting off the Lavis. That's going to be spicy. But again, I'm not sure if their Overlord will come in and if this counts their Overlord or not. That is a very important question and one I'd like to find out the answer to. At any rate, I am going to go ahead and stop here. You can leave your offerings to the engagement gods in the form of likes. I guess I was going to say comments. It doesn't really work here, but you can go to other videos and leave comments if you like. That would be absolutely great. Subscribes and bell ringings, and a very special thank you to all of the channel members for making this video possible, including Casserole, Sigma162, JJ Gamer, Spartan News, Nick Smarty, Video Games Are Not Real, Dimitri H, who just joined in this stream, thank you very much for that, and of course, you. Thank you for watching. If you'd like to support the channel, you can click the join button down below the video, and as always, I will see you all next time.